Imagine this. The screen flickers to life, a deep drumbeat echoes like the heartbeat of some forgotten titan, and you hear a whisper, "What if I told you something older than your entire civilization just slipped through our cosmic backyard, and no one saw it coming?" And suddenly you're pulled into 30 seconds of pure tension, watching ancient star maps overlay modern NASA dashboards, congressional hearings dissolving into swirling nebulae, and a comet blazing so fiercely across the void that early astronomers would have sworn it was the spear of a god hurled at a sleeping Earth. This is the hook, the magnetic pull. The "don't blink or you miss the apocalypse" moment that sets the stage for the wild saga of 3I/Atlas, the interstellar wanderer that crash-landed into the political theater of 2025 like an ancient omen rewritten in ice and dust. Because when scientists first spotted this cosmic rogue, drifting in from the direction of the constellation Hercules, yes, Hercules, the mythic strongman of the sky whose name feels suspiciously appropriate, its trajectory screamed interstellar, marking it as only the third known visitor from beyond our solar system. And while the world's astronomers buzzed like old shamans discovering a new oracle, NASA and Congress found themselves caught hilariously, almost mythically, off guard, scrambling like priests who suddenly realize the gods are actually real and knocking on their temple door. Suddenly questions ignited. Why didn't we detect 3I/Atlas earlier? Who had been watching the skies? And most embarrassingly, how does a rock the size of a mythic omen slip past a planet-wide network of billion-dollar sky-scanning machines? NASA's explanation, part science, part oops, was that its faint brightness and unusual path made it basically the celestial equivalent of a stealth mode dragon gliding through twilight, but that did not stop congressional committees from sharpening their rhetorical spears, demanding to know if America was prepared for interstellar threats, cosmic anomalies, or anything bigger and weirder than a typical asteroid. Meanwhile, ancient-sounding metaphors began bubbling into commentary around the world, because there was something deliciously mythic about an object older than our sun, forged in another star forged eons ago, crossing into our territory just as human politics grew particularly dramatic, and scientists leaned into that vibe too, describing 3I/Atlas as a time capsule from the first dawn, a wanderer that might carry organic molecules or insights into alien chemistry, like a cosmic tablet of stone drifting between worlds, inscribed not with runes but with patterns of frozen gas older than Earth's earliest oceans. The public, naturally, went wild. YouTube conspiracies dubbed it a star tomb, TikTok dubbed it the Comet of Kings, and as always, somebody on Reddit decided that the object was definitely, absolutely, without question, either an alien ship, an ancient probe, or at the very least a messenger sent by some forgotten spacefaring empire from a time before humanity invented fire, and all of this chaotic noise pressured NASA into fast-tracking their analysis, trying to reassure everyone that the object posed zero threat while also pumping out beautiful images and long scientific breakdowns, describing the comet's bluish tail, its fragmented nucleus, and its interstellar chemical fingerprints like they were curators unveiling relics from a lost dynasty. But the real twist came when it turned out that the government had been underfunding long-range sky surveys for years, shocker, and 3I/Atlas became the poster child, the cosmic mascot, for every argument about funding space observation systems, planetary defense programs, asteroid tracking networks, and the general notion that maybe, just maybe, humans should pay attention to the sky instead of assuming it's all just twinkly background decoration. By this point, reporters were calling the comet Atlas both for the skybearer titan of Greek myth and for the idea that it was carrying the weight of a political storm, which is hilarious and also kind of accurate because the discovery sparked a debate so heated it could have melted the comet's icy heart. Should the US invest billions more in sky monitoring telescopes? Should NASA be in charge of planetary defense? Should Congress stop acting surprised every time space does something unpredictable, given that space is basically 99% unpredictability and 1% stuff we think we understand? Through it all, 3I/Atlas just drifted along silently, indifferent to the commotion it caused on a tiny blue planet, its icy particles whispering stories from a star system humans will never see, carrying chemical signatures from before the pyramids were built, before the first myths were spoken around ancient fires, before the ancestors of humans even dreamed of walking upright, and the sheer poetry of that This ancient wanderer stirring modern institutions into panic, gave the whole saga an almost comedic beauty. And now, to wrap this cosmic tale with a closing that grabs you for one more irresistible 30 seconds, imagine the video fading into a deep cosmic silence, the narrator's voice softening like an elder sharing a secret. If a relic older than our world can slip past our eyes once, it can slip past again. The universe is ancient, wild, and full of travelers. So if you want more tales from the age of time, more cosmic omens, political stumbles, science triumphs, and myth-solved wonders, then stick with us. Hit subscribe, light the digital torch, and walk with me into the dark. There are more Skyborn legends coming, and you won't want to miss the next one.